Mark My Words Productions.
Let's show them you're waiting in the wings, but right now what we're going to do is we're going to bring on our feature. Can you guys all please stand up right now? Stand up. And stretch it out. Y'all, get the blood flowing. It's a little bit hot in here tonight, so like, you know. Coco. All right, your feature is a poet who has performed in over 150 American cities and 4 countries. He has made 5 national television appearances, including Lyrics Cafe, No Reservations, and a skit for the Jimmy Kimmel Show. He has also graced the stages of many legendary venues, including the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. for President Obama's presidential inaugural peace ball, as well as Saya Nights at Not Scary Farm in front of 12,000 people. Can you guys please make some noise and welcome him to this stage, y'all. Make some noise for Marc Marcel. Come on, Marc.
Honolulu, how y'all doing? It is, oh my God, Hawaii. I mean, how the fuck can it not be good to be here, right? You said it's so good to be here. Y'all like, motherfucker, we know. It's fucking Hawaii. So I apologize for telling y'all shit you already know. Yo, let me get a make money, money, make money, money, money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Maybe the American government was on to something when they started putting up slogans with, "In God we trust," all over the currency. Because honestly, the way people worship money, you gotta imagine they think they can find God in one of them dollar bills. Like it's just a new religion. Like the rich just keep getting richer with this type of greed. It just seems that they were prepared to die and take all that shit with them. So I question if they ever read the Bible. Because I'm sure if God ever put up some cash, he wouldn't mark the paper with the faces of presidents. So I'm about to start printing up new money with $1 bills of Bob Marley on the front with a blunt in his mouth. And on the back, I have a photo of Fidel Castro waving the Cuban flag. And a close-up picture of him bending over his big Cuban ass. Just so I can see the expressions of the faces of the gluttons that roam around the White House administration. Placing embargoes on countries because they can't get along with a few men. So I'm about to start putting up new money with $5 bills marked with the faces of miscellaneous third-world children. Just so when you go shopping on Rodeo Drive, I hope your conscience can just fuck with you. The second your ass gets to the cash register, and you can see the people who you're truly deprived. Because believe me, Fidel eats well. Him and Exxon got something in common. Their systems ain't going out of business. I mean, at least the only difference, at least he offered some type of relief during hurricane seasons where oil companies just sat back and got rich. So you tell me who's the communist. And me, I'm about to start printing up new money with $10 bills marked with the faces of black men being hung from trees. Just so when brothers buy that dime bag of weed, they'll know what it really means to be hanging with your homies high on trees. And instead of having a pocket full of 20s, I just print up something new like $33 bills. Just to print off the revelations that people live by with the faces of Bill Gates, Vanessa Del Rio, and Pablo Escobar, because this world seems like it can survive more for money, sex, and drugs. And just for Tim Hardaway's bitch ass, I'll start printing up $50 bills with the faces of hate crime victims, Matthew Shepard and Charles Howard. Just so homophobic men will go broke, because their ignorance can get their hands on it by touching the money they can spend. And I'll start printing up $69 bills with all kind of photos of gels and sex toy items. Just for those obsessed with their sexual preferences. And $99 bills. Just so people can stop trying to be perfect. Because life is all about growth and progress. And at least you have so much room to improve a 1% left. And my elusive $100 bill, I'll leave it plain without a marking on it. just so families go ransack the grocery stores and start filling the food out in their cabinets by duplicating the paper and making it whenever they wanted it. And I leave it bare, no face, no words, no number, just some cut out 2x6. And I leave it as is. Like you could take a crayon and start blending in whatever color you felt should be shaded in. Or maybe you could use a pen and write in whatever comment or slogan you felt you needed to get through your day. And I leave it blank, like it was as empty as nothing and as pure as faith. Because if you trust in God, you would have known money ain't worth shit anyway. So, being that money ain't worth shit, right? I have these CDs. Unfortunately, they're worth money. But now, I want to thank the people back there around my product for not taking it. I trust you guys, obviously. You know, I thank you, for real. You know, but no, this is my DVD. It's about the last few years of me doing poetry. It's called Louder Than Life. It's a documentary. It's $15. This is my newest CD. It is called Stardust. This is the first place I'm selling it. I only brought 15 with me tonight. It's $12. This is my greatest hits CD. Yeah, I got a store, okay? I got a store. I know, I brought the whole fucking cabinet. This is a 4-disc CD, all right? It's my greatest hits. The first disc is all like, I put out 16, this is my 16th CD, 15. This is prior like cuts. The first disc is all like cuts that I put on my other CDs, original. Second disc is all live recordings, you'll hear the crowd. And the third disc is all remixes by the dopest producer I've ever met, my cousin, Mike Greggs. I said I ever met, I didn't meet Stevie Wonder yet, okay? I think he'll understand when I be like, yo, you number 2. But now the 4th CD is all remixes also, and my remixes. And it's $20, 4 discs for $20. I mean, if I sold it for anything less, you could basically make the shit yourself. But if you wanted everything, $35. And I take credit card. I take credit card. I won't actually take your credit card, I'll give it back to you. But I have a credit card machine in my bag, you know. I'm the walking 7-Eleven around this motherfucker. Ladies, let me know if you need a Slurpee. Guys, my Slurpee machine is fucked up right now, but ladies, I got 4 different flavors, it's all right. Oh, man, it's good to be here. Alright, I can't wait for one of my friends to hear this poem that I'm gonna do. Men are fucked up. I mean, women are fucked up too. But for the sake of this poem, men are fucked up. But no, this poem was inspired by a friend of mine. I can't wait for him to see this shit because he's gonna be like, yo, you talking about me? And I don't even have to say nothing. Just the mere fact that he had to ask me, you talking about me? I'm like, what, the shoe fits, you know? But anyway, maybe there's something I'm missing. My homeboy saying no real player, because if I was, I'd gather up one of these broads that call themselves my fans and have them financing my tours and trips. He says if I was a real pimp like him, I'd have them taking me out on dinners and vacations. Maybe she'll even tap into her savings. He said I should be waiting for her to pull out her credit card. I should be driving her car. He said, man, if they ain't telling you to go out long for them to throw you some yards, then your pimp game must be second string. So I said to him 2 things here. 1, I don't fuck for my rent. My homeboys know, when you need someone to take one for the team, they ain't calling me. I'm as shallow as it gets when it comes to where I'm gonna place my dick. And I said to him 2, damn dude, your exes must hate you. They probably talk about like a disease they once had, like they probably even regret fucking you. Probably tell the girlfriends all kind of bad things about you, say all kind of dirt about you. Nah, better yet, they probably don't even talk about you. Like they just want to forget about you. I mean, if you can live with knowing the people who you shared memories with want nothing more than to forget you even exist, then play, what the fuck are you even here for? And I can assure you, most of the women I spend time with looks back on those moments like, damn, that was the shit. But you, they probably like, damn, he ain't shit. And I know there's a few aspiring pimps in here thinking, yeah, man, whatever, homie, I got my shorty on a leash. But yeah, man, whatever, homie, that's only because she's weak. And it's only a matter of time before she realizes she's not a lesbian and go finds herself a real dick. Shorty, yes, I am single. But on the real, you shouldn't have to accompany yourself with these type of men. Men shouldn't bitch up in the middle of the night calling you, asking you if you have $1,100 for the rent. Just to turn around and post a picture of him flashing $1,100 bills on his Twitter account. You should have turned around and posted a picture of you taking $1,100 bills and slapping a manhood back in his grill. Because sister, I keep on hearing you want a real man, but you just keep fucking with babies. Maybe you should cancel your dinner reservations and take this dude to Chuck E. Cheese. Don't worry about dressing him in the latest fashion. His ass should be happy with Baby Gap. Oh, they're so cute. The way that women dress them, feed them, change them, bathe them. It's like they have a mother all over again. So maybe it's the women who are to blame. Because maybe someone should arrest you for having sex with children. Maybe it's just something I'm not getting at. I tend to get annoyed when broads start repeating themselves. No, I don't need my pillow fluff. No, I don't feel like talking about my poems. No, the temperature's fine. If I were cold, I'd tell you so. No, I don't need you to get up and hand me the remote. God damn, sis wanna start looking like I ain't got no hands. I'd rather you take a note from Henry Rollins and tell me 10 things I didn't know. I need a woman to make me be like, damn, she's the shit. Not a woman to make me be like, damn, she's annoying as shit. And my homeboys say there's something I'm not getting it. They say I'm not no real pimp, no real player. I ain't got no real broads that'll wash my drawers and treat me like I'm the king Pied Piper. So I guess the only thing I want to ask them is now, when y'all spending quality time together, and after she cooks you dinner and puts your ass to bed, how often does she have to change your diapers? Yeah, he's gonna be mad at me for that. I really don't give a fuck though. It changes his life, for real. It's the sickness. Alright, you know, there's a lot of things we as people have problems with. I tend to think religion is probably the biggest one. You know, I just realized people, you know, all the religions, if you get down to it, they say the same shit. So we're not fighting and killing each other over the message. We're fighting and killing each other over the person who gave the message. And the person, the prophets, will tell you, don't worship me, worship the message. But we still fucking fight over this shit. It's fucking crazy idiots. But anyway, alright, that's one thing. Another thing is race. I don't understand it when you really fucking think about how big the universe is. Like billions of fucking stars out there, and you guys are fucking arguing each other over the color of your skin. I don't care what it is, black, white, like Asian, like I don't give a fuck what it is. It's crazy. So now, one thing about this poem was inspired. I was doing a workshop at a high school, and it is so funny. This chick got up there, right, and was like, you know, white people, you know, they murdered Martin Luther King. And I was like, okay. You know, they're like, you know, white people murdered Malcolm X. And I was like, not really. But I can see how you say that, okay. And then she was like, and they murdered Tupac. I was like, oh man. Wow, their ignorance is strong with the force. But anyway, it prompted this poem. You guys are a good audience. I'm thinking about doing comedy, just to let you know. I wish black people would stop blaming white people for the murder of Tupac. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. you just can't claim to be gang affiliated and go run around the lobby of the MGM Grand Hotel, jump in the middle of the Southside Crip, and out of respect for the white man to all of a sudden find you on Flamingo Avenue and shoot you near Vegas Strip. Suge Knight should have said, yo, the white man did it. Come on, people, let's make perfect sense. It couldn't have been gang members. It had to be the white people who were so afraid of him from his raps. Come on, white man, white Cadillac. No. But the only thing white people are accountable for is having a shitty Vegas police station. About the only thing white people have fought for is being afraid to tie the murders of Shakur and Biggie Smalls together because just bring down so many in the Los Angeles Police Department. Because no matter what happens afterwards, the kind of repercussions we face, black people just gotta face it. The biggest problem we have now is that we've been hanging ourselves. Kind of like the murder of Malcolm X. Now, whether some white men paid a few Muslims to pull the trigger, you can't get past the fact that the men who shot him were black. And I know to some African-American activists hearing this is like hand blasphemy because if I was someone to point the finger and take the blame, these dudes wouldn't even be getting paid. Enter Jesse Jackson. And I know there's some white people in here now thinking to themselves, finally, I just didn't want to say it. They might think I'm racist. Black people have been blaming us for all kinds of shit. And really, I get it, I do, but really, no one wants to take credit for the things they do. I mean, white people, y'all ain't know better. The way y'all treat Arabs, it's like you ain't learned from how this country has treated African Americans. And blacks, the way we treat Mexicans, it's like you ain't learned from the resentment you feel for being judged for the color of your own skin. You stupid motherfuckers. You're doing it again to them. Judging people for their differences. And complaining about them taking jobs that you ain't even cared to apply for. I mean, imagine this. I mean, I can see it now. Black people cleaning houses and mowing lawns. What would they be saying? Yelling to the white man, what the fuck, do I look like your slave? I mean, the things they say, the things we believe. We can't even have a black president without white people bringing up his mistakes. And the first thing black people say is, oh, they're just racist. No, more like they're just a Republican. And their objective is to get the other party out of office however they can. But for some reason, black people think white people murdered Tupac. For some reason, they think white people have slaves hidden away in Mississippi and Florida and turn their noses up at Mexicans whenever you're going to cross the border and equate slow service at restaurants as them being presents of black customers. No, maybe they just remember your cheap ass from before. I mean, finding everybody else to blame but you. I mean, we holding the owners of gunshots responsible for the crime rate when no one forced us to buy the firearms we use. And it shouldn't be this hard to see. But you ain't got to check the metaphors and rap songs to realize who shot you. I tell them to check the fingerprints on the handguns if it's too hard to believe. Trust me, everything isn't a conspiracy because the biggest whodunit is a simple unsolved mystery. So with whatever new world order secret agenda comes to mind, only idiots blame 400 years of slavery for black on black crime. This is going to be the last poem I'm getting in y'all with, but I want to say something before I do it. I just had to take this moment. This shit is beautiful, man. I don't mean y'all being here. Y'all being here is awesome, but life, to be able to touch this, to be able to speak, to be able to share, we take it for granted. We take it for granted. You have to understand, first of all, I'm not really Mark. I know you guys are about to be like, what, about to say you Jesus or something? No. I'm an energy occupying the body that people know as Mark. And that's what everybody here is energy. You are all enlightened beings. You're not human. Human beings, what's fun for human beings is video games, jewelry, clothes. Oh, you see that new fresh pair of shoes? That's fun for human beings. What's fun for enlightened beings? To give yourself these problems that we can work through. You are not checker players. You are chess players. Your problems, first of all, are bullshit. It's the energy you give it. Look at it this way. Would you rather have problems or not be here? It's simple, ain't it? And when you think about it like that, you're like, whoa, I'm fucking glad I'm here. Give me these problems. I'll take these motherfuckers. It ain't shit. Because I'm here. We take that shit for granted. This shit is the most beautiful experience we've ever given ourselves. What we all are, we are all connected, we are all a piece, and we all are God that has forgotten on purpose to live this because knowing everything is boring. What do? I'm gonna break myself down and forget souls. I'm gonna come out here and forget I know everything and play and learn and question and experience because it's fun. This shit is fun. Live it, live it, live it. I just wanted to say that before I get to my last point. And I want to thank K Aloha and MJ for you guys. You know, you guys are family. I thank you so much, and I'm thrilled about the conversations we had earlier. Thank you for allowing me to come back out here. You guys have been awesome. This is my last poem. I want to remind, I do have product in the back. If you're interested, if you don't have the cash or whatever and I've touched you in some way, let me know. I don't do this shit for the money. If I did this shit for the money, I'd have stayed my ass in college and graduated. Then I'd have been a district attorney, putting young black men away. This is for the money, but it's not, you know, so. I can feel the weight on my back every time I sit secluded at my desk, trying to find the words that I need to flow right out of my pen. I can feel the burden I'm carrying every time I reread my verse and start spending the next few hours editing. I can feel the boulders on my shoulders every time I walk up into the venue, and every time the host calls my name, and every time I adjust the mic stand to fit my 6'3" body frame. I can feel the shit everywhere I go. I can feel the masses of people's souls have been added to my heart, much like extra cargo. Much like every time they drop a rhyme, I'm confined to their cries because I stopped doing this shit for me a long time ago. Because see, if that was the case, I would have just stayed my ass home. And getting to Hawaii is a long 11-hour motherfucking plane ride. I'd have just kept my shit in journals and wouldn't even thought of labeling a poem. Now, I'm the last person I know to call myself a poet, but that's because when I was writing verses, I just didn't want to bring any disrespect to the meaning of the word. And while I've heard some poets get on this mic and say they do this shit for themselves first, while I heard some cats say they do this shit for the accolades or just to get paid or just because it gives them kicks when they spit and hit the crowd going crazy, I do this shit for cats that don't even write poetry. I do this shit for cats that don't even like poetry. I do this shit for the little boy down the street where his father told him he grew up to amount to shit and that's what he grew up to believe. I get on this mic for mothers of four working 2 or more hour jobs. I spit my lyrics for the little sister thinking about abandoning her newborn, hoping I might hit her with something that just might change her mind. Because I know the power you can do when someone feels like they can just reach out and touch your rhyme. I know the feeling you get from being lifted up for one single line. I do this shit for all the people politicians make promises with just to get elected only to leave them deprived. I do this shit for all the little white lies. I do this shit for all the sisters they raped and all the brothers they whipped and lynched and all the families they packed on slave ships to transport. I do this shit for Arab men trying to get through airports or driving cabs in New York. I do this shit for black men in court. I do this shit for little white boys being molested but they're too scared to tell their parents what the preachers told them about the sins of God's creations. I don't do this shit for stardom or to win slams. I do this shit just so the president knows who the fuck I am. I do this shit for all the rappers who can't rap and all the MCs that never got a chance and all the men that never got the chance to lock down a pen and all the men that institutions got locked down in the pen. I do this shit for all the kids teachers say something's just missing, and for all the juvenile delinquents principals just refuse to take the time to understand. I do this shit for all the cats that say they want to get on the mic, but it just brings them fright to know they can be exposed and naked to people and up here spitting their lyrics. And I can feel the weight of the world every time I spit a verse and every time I rehearse in the mirror. I can hear echoing words in my head trying to form poems with broken sentences, and I never had the pressures being lifted off me when I pick up my pen. So I guess I have no choice. Because even though they can't form the poetry, they still need a voice. Thank y'all. Y'all been great.
His name is Marc Marcel. You can get his product in the back.
I know they give me respect. Even before walking over you, they see it's tatted on my neck.
Mark My Words Productions.